Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare patina di asparagus, a frittata with wild asparagus from the fourth book of the Reco Quinaria. We start with the ingredients. We need asparagus, olive oil, eggs, wine, garum, spices, black pepper and lovage, and aromatic herbs, wild garlic, savory, and cilantro. From sources such as Cato's De Agricultura and Diocletian's Edict of Maximum Prices, we know that the Romans used both wild and cultivated varieties of asparagus, called asparagi agrestes and asparagi ortulani in the edict. Cato in particular dedicates an interesting chapter to the cultivation technique for asparagus, which requires a very long time before the asparagus can be harvested. In Greek sources, however, the word asparagoi doesn't refer exclusively to the vegetable we now call asparagus, but to any kind of spring edible shoots similar to asparagus. According to Galen, a typical preparation is boiling them and dressing them with olive oil, vinegar and garum. In the Middle Ages and Renaissance, asparagus and other edible shoots, such as hop shoots, were prepared in very simple ways. In the 14th century, Anonimo Toscano recommends parboiling them and cooking them with onion, oil, salt and spices. In a 15th century cookbook found in the Wellcome Library, sparaggiata is a soup made with mashed asparagus, ground almonds and cinnamon. According to Costanzo Felici, in the 16th century, they are eaten both raw and cooked. In Bartolomeo Scappi's opera, hop shoots are fried and dressed with parsley, pepper, salt and orange juice. In addition, asparagus are frequently served in a salad or used to make soups or pies. Although the recipe of the Reco Quinaria that we are preparing is probably for cultivated asparagus, we have used wild asparagus that grows here at this time of year. The author uses the hard part of the asparagus that has been discarded in the previous recipe and pounds it in the mortar, diluting with water to obtain asparagus juice, which is used for this preparation instead of the tender part of the asparagus. We preferred to use the whole shoots, because wild asparagus is very small. In addition, we used wild garlic that we found nearby, but the original recipe calls for onion. Eggs are optional, as specified by the author. We grind black pepper and lovage, mince the aromatic herbs, and add 2 tablespoons each of white wine, olive oil and garum. Then we beat 3 eggs and cut the asparagus. We used about 100 grams for this recipe, with a good amount of aromatic herbs. But the quantity is up to your taste. To learn more about food in the antiquity, we recommend our book Ancient Roman Cooking, which includes recipes and information about meals, dishes, food production, agriculture, and preservation techniques in ancient Rome. The translations of the Reco Quinaria and Cato's De Agricultura are available on our Patreon page, along with several other translations of primary sources and articles on historical food. If you're interested in vegetables in historical cuisine, read our book Early Italian Recipes, Vegetables, Fruit, Herbs and Flowers, which contains recipes from the antiquity to the end of the Renaissance. You'll find the links to our books on historical food in the description below. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer and purchase our merchandise. We pour a good amount of olive oil in the pan, add the asparagus and the other ingredients except the eggs, and cook until the asparagus are tender. Then we add the eggs and cook until they set. We serve the patina sprinkled with pepper. This patina di asparagus was amazing and full of Mediterranean flavors, given by the use of savory, cilantro and lovage seeds, which mixed with black pepper made a spicy combination. The wild asparagus, with their slight bitterness and intense flavor, paired very well with the eggs, blending with the sapidity of garum and the rich flavor of wine and olive oil. A different way to try a seasonal ingredient with a recipe that is surely worth a try, to experience how it would be appreciated on the tables of our ancestors. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.